Unanswered prayer. 5 signs God is quietly working. I remember praying for something so hard for so long that I finally just stopped it. I figured if God was going to answer, He would have by now. And then months later, I realized He had been answering the whole time. I just didn't recognize what it looked like. Now let's wrestle with this honestly without pretending it is simple. When we don't see an answer, we assume nothing is happening, but Scripture tells a different story. So here are 5 signs that God is quietly working, even when it feels like He is ignoring you. Sign number 1. The waiting itself is doing something. The first sign is the one nobody wants to hear. The waiting is the work. Paul prayed 3 times for God to remove his thorn. God said no and then say something more important. My grace is sufficient for you. Sometimes a miracle isn't the removal of the pain. Sometimes a miracle is what God builds in you while you are still in it. Sign number 2. Your desires are shifting. Second sign. What you want is starting to change. You started out praying for that thing, but somewhere in the waiting, you started praying to be close to Him. That's not your prayer failing, that's your prayer being answered at a deeper level than you asked for. Sign number 3. Small doors are opening. Dirt. Look for the small doors. We want the big obvious, yes, but God often answers in small openings. A conversation, a verse that won't leave you alone, an unexpected peace at 2 a.m. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. Not might, not sometimes, but will. If this is the first time you are realizing God might be closer than you thought, subscribe because that's the whole point of this channel. Honest faith, not cheap answers. Sign number 4. You are still praying. 4th sign, and this one is easy to miss. You are still here. You are still praying. The fact that you haven't walked away, that you are still bringing it to God instead of giving up, tells me your faith is stronger than you think. Job demanded an audience with God. God didn't rebuke him for asking. The ones still wrestling are the ones still in the relationship. Sign number 5. Looking back, He was always there. And the 5th sign, you will only see in hindsight. Looking back to the hardest seasons of my life, I can say with complete honesty, He was there every single time. I just couldn't see it yet. You are not praying into silence, you are praying into the ears of a Father who has never once looked away. So if you are in the waiting room right now, pray anyway, not because it feels like it is not working, but because He promised, and His promises don't expire when your emotions do. If this brought you peace, I made a video on why God sometimes feels silent. I will link it right here. I hope it helps.